So I thought I'd take some of my Facebook friends' suggestions up on making a quick video review of this brand new Agile 828X, hang on, Agile Renaissance 8X acoustic electric multi-scale guitar. Initial impressions, I just got it earlier today, so I haven't really put it through its paces, but I'm actually really impressed by it. I gotta say, I didn't have my hopes set too high, only because for this price it was the guitar itself was $525, plus if you get it with a case, which why would you not get a guitar shipped to you in a case, it was $595. Then I ordered 3 extra sets of guitar strings at $15 a pop, plus shipping to Hawaii, which is always exorbitant, so I paid a total of $760 for the whole thing. But the guitar itself was $525, so for that price range you get a lot. So let's just go from the top here. So up here we have the lightweight Wilkinson Tuners, the 4-on-4 headstock. Not sure if you can see it, how the light is, but it has Wilkinson Tuners. They say lightweight Wilkinson Tuners to improve balance, which, by the way, when it's sitting on your lap, it is actually really balanced. It feels real good, especially if you play not in classical position, but with it balanced on your right leg. I think maybe if I was to try and set it on my left leg to try and shred or whatever, it actually still feels really good. But so it has brass frets. I don't know the exact measurements, but I would say they're wide but not too tall, so maybe medium jumbo maybe. But the fret ends feel really good. I could rub, you can rub all along the fretboard, not going to snag. All the fret ends actually even look really nice. The frets themselves, they're not very smooth. You can kind of, like when you rub on it, you can kind of feel a little bit of a grit, but they're not stainless steel, so I would take some steel wool or some of the really fine grit sandpaper to really kind of polish them up. I may or may not do that. I may have my luthier actually just throw some stainless steel frets on here if I decide that it's a guitar worth doing that too, because that's a $400 or $500 job. And if he decides that, or if he thinks the wood can handle it, I had him do one of my other guitars, and it was just a Fender Kingman Acoustic, and he did an excellent job. But he told me that the wood itself was kind of cheap and was wanting to splinter, and so in other words, not all cheap guitars can handle having a fret job. Anyway, so we have I think it's like 21 frets. So it goes to the high B, high C sharp, high D. No wait, my bad. It just goes to the high C. So however much that is. I tune it E, B, E, A, D, G, B, E. There's no dead notes. Every string rings out loud and clear and clean. Every note works all the way up the fretboard. So we have an ebony fretboard, and you can tell it's not stained because there's actually, I'm sure you can't see it in this video, but there's actually some blonde or some brown figuring up here. But it looks really nice. There's only, as far as the woodworking goes, there's very few areas where you can, where there's like remnants of glue or anything like that. I'll show the pic, but there's only a little spot up at the top, the base end of the nut, where it's kind of not absolutely perfect, and then just kind of other places around where the, where the main, like the complicated joints. Like I wouldn't even know how to work with that shit right there. But they make it look really nice. There's maybe a little bit of dried glue or something. So then we have a rosewood bridge, plastic buttons, and then I'm not sure what the bridge and the nut are made out of, but it's not the same as like the plastic for the tuner buttons, or the I don't even know what the goddamn term is. I've been playing guitar almost 20 years and I can't think of the term. But anyway, I don't think it's just cheap plastic. It's some sort of composite, maybe even bone. So it's got a solid spruce top with this tobacco sunburst finish, or whatever you want to call it. It's got this this binding on it. I guess probably some sort of plastic or whatever. The whole guitar is wood. There's no, it's not composite like you'd find like some of the newer Martins and the lower end ones like that. Back and sides are all mahogany. Like I said, spruce top. Neck is mahogany. It has a really substantial jack down here. Nice, good secure connection when you plug it in. Another thing, which is actually really great about this, is the electronics on it. Comes with a tuner on it. When you get it in tune, it flashes green, which is beautiful. Got a slider button for the volume, got a treble, middle, bass, and presence knob on it, so you can really tailor your sound. I believe the multi-scale is 25 inches on the treble side and 27 on the bass side, or maybe it's 25, 27. I don't know. It's not an extreme fan, but it's there, and you can appreciate kind of like more of the harmonic series with the lower notes, but it's more piano-like than it would be on a regular guitar. It just sounds real good. It feels real good. It generally stays in tune so far. Anyway, like I said, I've only had it shortly. I haven't really, been really too hard on it or anything. Just said hard on. I put a feedback buster in it, so if anybody was wondering if the feedback buster fits in the Agile 8-string, it definitely does. There's a little bit of the nub, on a regular acoustic, the feedback buster would go kind of around the neck. Well, a little bit of the nub kind of pokes up right there, but it doesn't even reach the top of the fretboard, so it's not going to get in the way of anything. It'll just help to reduce feedback. So, enjoy the sound clips. Definitely, if you've been on the fence about this guitar, I say go for it. You're not going to find anything else like this in this price range. Rondo or Agile is the only game in town. Any issues, if you order from the U.S., Kurt will take care of you. Kurt is the man. He will always answer your emails. He'll answer any questions you have about the product itself. The only thing is, you've got to make sure you order it with a case. No matter what you order from Rondo, order it with a case. Just because you know how UPS and shipping. So yeah, I'm actually very, very happy with this. It's a decent guitar. All right, enjoy. Take care.